it's Jessii Vee. They just matched my outfit. What can I say? As you can see, I'm wearing a Bratz shirt today because our topic is nostalgia. I know Bratz wasn't a TV show. Was it? It was movies for sure. But it still brings me back to my childhood. So today we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different kids TV shows that aired quite a while ago. And a lot of these shows gave kids nightmares. There are so many creepy characters that I can't even believe existed. You've probably seen some of these shows. And if you haven't, you're still in for a treat. I probably watched so many of these shows as a kid, and I can't believe that I did. Some of these shows are considered lost shows because some people remember them so far deep in their brains, or they wonder if they were even real, or some episodes they remember don't actually exist. So we're gonna get into all of those in just a moment. First, I have a very exciting announcement. I have just released the new Valentine's Day mystery boxes up on the website, and they're the cutest things ever. So everybody's gonna get this cute little lilac unicorn. He's so chunky and cute, and he's like the squishiest thing in the world. Everyone's gonna get this photo of me and Ty. Everyone's gonna get these cute little chocolate covered strawberries, and these are actually lip glosses and they smell amazing. But how cute, it's a chocolate covered strawberry. Now let's talk about the mystery items. So some people are gonna get these ice cream bath bombs. Now what's so cool about them is that they come in different colors, they're covered in sprinkles, and they all have a toy hidden inside of it that will be revealed when you use it. And then other people will get these bath bomb wands, which I'm holding right now. They're magic wands. They come with the wand stem and everything. And this has what's called magical fizz when you use it. So cool. Another mystery is the different color pens that you're gonna get. They all have hearts on top of them, and you can actually like change which color it is. Everyone's gonna get these Be Kind Jessii Vee pins. And yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff. I absolutely love this box. If you guys didn't know, Valentine's Day is my birthday, so I always try to make this box just the best ever. And the reason why it's so early before Valentine's Day is because we want to get these boxes to you guys on time. So if you would like one, we do have limited stock. I have linked it down below, and don't forget, once they're gone, they are gone. We have 300 available, so if you would like one, go, go, go. All right, let's jump into today's video talking about some very creepy kid shows. The first show is called Mully Grubs. This was an Australian television series for preschoolers, and it aired in the 80s and ended in the mid-90s. The show was best remembered for the face made up of just eyes, eyebrows, nostrils, and a mouth on a blue screen that appeared occasionally during the program. And let me just tell you, so many adults remember this particular character because she terrified them as kids. And I don't blame them. Imagine this blue face suddenly appearing on your screen when you're 5 years old. Now, the weirdest thing about all of this is that this show wanted this actress to remain anonymous. They wanted the person who played her to be mysterious so that no one ever knew. And that freaked out people more because they wanted to see the real face behind this character. So decades went by with people not knowing who she was, and just recently she came out to the public and she was like, it's me. All right, the next TV show is called PBS Program. This is also another kids television series that came out in the United Kingdom in 1985. The program is presented by a puppet named Pob who speaks Welsh and who supposedly lives inside the viewer's TV. It says he's supposed to be this goblin baby who wears a pink and yellow stripy jumper. But the thing is, kids were afraid that he actually lived inside their TV all the time. Imagine being afraid of your television as a kid because you're afraid this guy is just gonna jump out at you when you least expect it. Like you're sitting eating breakfast and the TV is off and suddenly he's like, hey! Alright, this next show is called Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. What a strange title. This started off as a series of award-winning children's books by British author Jamie Ricks, which were later adapted into an animated television series. Each book in the franchise contains several cautionary tales about children of many ages and the consequences of their antisocial actions. And because of this strange concept, kids found this to be terrifying. There was this one character in particular named Uncle Grizzly. He is the owner of Squeam Screen Cinema, and he appears at the beginning and end of every episode in the first 6 series. He's the only person who works there and mans the front doors and ticket booth. Now, Uncle Grizzly has this pet spider named Spindleshanks, and he is so cruel to his pet spider. He often injures the poor creature as part of the introduction to that week's tale. And in many episodes, he turns his head into something scary to scare his pet spider. For example, his head turned into a fly in the episode called Death by Chocolate. Why does this character kind of remind me of Beetlejuice? I don't know why. Because like Beetlejuice turns into weird things and like changes his head. You know what I mean? Alright, the next show is called The Spooks of Bottle Bay. This is a children's drama series that came out in the early 90s. And all of the characters in the show are these creepy puppets. The show follows the adventures of Sydney Sludge and his dog Maxwell and the townfolk of Bottle Bay. The town was in fact located in a bottle on the mantelpiece of an unknown person's house. And all of these characters have really weird names. I'll read some of them. Damask the Highwayman, Brenda Drain, Duchess of Dingledale, Sally Spook, Melanie Sludge. It's a little strange. But the way a lot of these characters were designed, people were afraid. Next we have the characters called Zig and Zag. And this was from a show called The Big Breakfast. The Big Breakfast was a British television show that aired in the 90s. The show was a mix of news, weather, interviews, audience phone-ins, and songs. Zig and Zag are an Irish puppet duo. They are said to be a pair of furry extraterrestrial twins from the planet Zog. And I think just the bizarre way they looked and acted really freaked kids out. I mean, I don't think I ever would have been a fan of creepy puppet twins, but that's just me. Next we have a character named Zippy, and he's from the show called Rainbow. Rainbow was a kids television show that aired in the 70s, so this is probably one of the oldest ones we're gonna be talking about. It was intended to develop language and social skills for preschool children, and they actually made it to be very similar to Sesame Street. Each episode of Rainbow revolved around a particular activity or situation that arose in the Rainbow house where the main characters lived. Zippy is a light orange monster with a rugby ball shaped oval head, blue eyes, and a zip for a mouth, hence his name. Now, this character is very stubborn. He always claims to be right. He loves to eat sweets and play his favorite songs. He tells jokes, and he likes to be the center of attention. But the amount of adults that are saying this character used to give them nightmares as kids is insane. I mean, why would they decide to give this character a zipper for a mouth? That's so weird. Alright, next we have a show called Wissadora. This was a children's television show that aired in the 90s. Wissadora was designed to help prepare kids for school. The title character was a trainee wizard who was always trying to solve problems using magic. Now here's the thing, many of the objects in this person's house were alive. They could talk. For example, here are some of the characters they were. There was one named Hangle, who was a purple coat hanger with a yellow raincoat, glasses, a mustache, and a crude sense of humor. Then we've got Top, Sticky, and Bottom, who were three mischievous and perpetually hungry sock-like creatures. Then we have Filbert, who was a squeaking vegetable who loved to water the plants, but the character that scared kids the most was Phoebe, a talking telephone who answered calls, took messages, and spoke many different languages. And I mean, yeah, look at her face. It's very strange. Alright, next we have the show called Real Monsters, and there was a character named the Gromble. Now, this was an American television series that came out in the 90s. The show focuses on three young monsters, Ickis, Oblina, and Crumb, who attend a school for monsters under a city dump and learn to frighten humans. This kind of sounds like Monsters Inc. or something. No, I used to watch this show as a kid, and every time I was creeped out. Every time. So there's this character who is a headmaster, and he's known as Gromble. He has been seen eating students and then spitting them out after chewing on them for a bit. He's strict, he's violent, and he's usually super violent with his students to teach them to be better monsters. But like a lot of things he would do, I can't believe it was even allowed in a kid's television series. Like, this show got intense at a lot of times. Okay guys, we have two more. This next one is called Tweety Hide, and this was revolving around the Looney Tunes show. So the Looney Tunes show came out in the 60s, and they were airing episodes all the way up into the 2000s. There was this one episode called Hide and Go Tweet that parents complained about because it was scaring their kids. This particular episode took a little twist on the classic story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It starts off with Sylvester the cat chasing Tweety Bird around trying to eat him as he usually does, and Tweety escapes into the laboratory and jumps into the Hyde formula bottle. He then becomes this giant laughing monster who tried to eat Sylvester numerous times. While this may be considered ironic considering how often Sylvester tried to eat Tweety, this imagery is disturbing to say the least. The whole episode, Tweety frequently switches between his usual innocent self and the evil bird monster. They were airing this particular episode a lot in the 90s, so I saw it a lot as a kid, and I didn't like it. Alright, and lastly, we have a show called Jigsaw. Jigsaw was a British television series that came out in the 70s, and it was aimed to kids ages 4 to 7. The show was meant to combine elements of puzzle solving and entertainment. There was this one character named Mr. Nosybonk that terrified people. He wore a dinner suit and a hideous white mask. Episodes would often see him giving clues via a mimed sketch, and he was super silent, which added to the terror. It was just strange to have this really scary character in the show because it was a children's learning show. Like, why make him so scary? Although Mr. Nosybonk was silent, he was always accompanied by a hauntingly repetitive theme tune. And now Mr. Nosybonk has indeed returned in a series of short internet horror sketches. So people have actually turned this character into like a creepypasta and different scary things on the internet nowadays. I can't believe this was for a kid show. Anyway, so guys, those are all of the kid shows I'm gonna be talking about today. I have so many more I could talk about, like literally pages and pages. So if you want me to do a part 2 of this video, give this video a thumbs up and let me know because I will. And comment down below if you've seen any of these shows or remember any of them. Maybe your parents have watched them before. And don't forget, if you would like a Valentine's Day mystery box, I have linked it down below for you. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!